Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is John Phillips, co-founder of PredictIt, the stock market for politics. We're going to take a look at what traders are pricing in for a Trump indictment by September, and of course, Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation process. John, it is great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks. And of course, another week, President Trump back in the news, and something relatively fresh to hit the wires this afternoon.
Sure. Now, this is, as you say, this is fresh news. So you have to take it in that context. But traders think there's a 19% odds, meaning 1 in 5 odds, that Trump will be indicted by September 1st. Now, this is based on a relatively untested theory, and it's based upon whether or not the Judiciary Committee or the January 6th committee is going to report out. And that Trump would then be indicted. So traders, it's not 0 odds, but it's not 50-50 either. 19% odds of that.
Right. And as we know, of course, this is always going to be a long road between this ruling and any potential indictment, of course. But predictive traders are closely watching the Ketanji Brown Jackson confirmation process. What are they thinking here?
Well, there seems to be certainty that she will be confirmed by, for a Supreme Court, as a Supreme Court justice by April 8th, or in depth at some point she will be. But by April 8th, the odds are 84% odds. So that's still high odds. It's up a penny overnight. And traders think that by April 8th, that's a little soon, but still they think it's going to happen. And, 8 out of 10 odds that she will be confirmed by the 8th of April.
And this is the first vote on KBJ's confirmation. It will not be a full vote of the Senate, but rather it's going to the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Well, the odds on that, the 84% odds is on a full confirmation, but there's also how many votes will she get for full confirmation? Will it be 50-50? Only 10% odds of that, according to predicted traders. The traders are anticipating higher odds that at least one Republican and maybe as many as 3 will vote to confirm. That would be 23% odds on 51 votes, 33% odds on 52 votes, and back to 20% odds on 53 votes in the Senate, which means you're going to have 3 Republicans in that case. And then the question, Jill, is which 3 Republicans, 1, 2, or 3 Republicans, if any, will vote to confirm? And as you might imagine, I got some answers on that.
And I would love to hear what they are, because if it looks as if that she's going to be confirmed, would they probably not throw their hat in the ring with a nay vote if they know it's going to go through, and perhaps hold back some political favor if they can?
Great question, right? So the point is, why stick your neck out if you know that she's going to be confirmed? And alienate your base supporters who do not want her to be confirmed in the case of the Republicans. I mean, this is one of those issues that is really hard to wriggle out of, and it comes and haunts you for the rest of your career. So on that front, look, traders give Murkowski from Alaska 55% odds that she's going to vote to confirm, and Collins from Maine, 88% odds that she's going to vote to confirm. Now, these numbers are up a couple pennies or a couple percentage points for the odds overnight. The other one is Romney. He's at 1 in 3, or 33% odds that Romney is going to vote to confirm. All the other Republican senators, McConnell and Graham and others, they're all below 10%. Mitch McConnell, traders give him 1% odds that he's going to vote to confirm the Supreme Court justice.
And John, another thing that the traders are looking at is something called being reported favorably for KBJ. Explain to us what that means and what's the significance of this.
Okay, so this is interesting because only twice in the last 2 decades has a Supreme Court justice not been reported favorably by the Judiciary Committee. It was Clarence Thomas and Robert Bork, who did not get reported favorably. Of course, Bork went down and did not get a Supreme Court seat, and Clarence Thomas did. So not being reported favorably by the Judiciary Committee for confirmation is not, it's a 50-50 thing. But Brown would be only the third Supreme Court justice candidate not to be reported favorably, if in fact that's what the Judiciary Committee decides. And predicted traders are saying 34% odds that she will be reported favorably. Now, whether you get reported favorably or not, Jill, doesn't really matter at the end. And that there may be some on the Judiciary Committee, since it's evenly split 11-11. What has happened in the past is that in the minority party or those opposed to confirmation, one of them will vote to abstain. There was some hopes that maybe this Supreme Court nomination it'd be more bipartisan nature. That doesn't appear to be happening. Although, look, there's 3 Republican senators that have some appreciable odds, according to predicted traders, as being ready to vote for full confirmation.
It's interesting that you say that, John, and I don't know if it's because we're still reporting pandemic news, Russia, Ukraine, a number of other high-profile geopolitical issues that are going on, but I don't feel as if this has as many fireworks as, let's say, when Comey Barrett or Kavanaugh were going through the confirmation process. I wonder if that is in fact the case because of the news cycle, or if the fact that this is bipartisan, that she's acceptable for both parties to get a seat on the bench.
Well, I mean, it's hard to compare to, certainly Clarence Thomas was big time fireworks, and Barrett was probably at the other end of that spectrum. Kavanaugh was certainly, there was a lot of yelling and screaming and table pounding on that one. It does seem subjectively that there's less fire and fury on this court nomination. And I don't know quite what to put that down to. People are distracted on Ukraine, and maybe that's part of it. She's also, in the view of many, she's got a united front with the Democrats. So once that happens, you can make as much noise as you want if you're not going to vote for her. But the fact of the matter is, it's a done deal.
Yeah. I mean, her background is pretty quite impressive, even relative to some of the other justices that are on the bench. Well, John, we appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you very much, Jill.